Here with us today is the founder, which comprises nursery and primary school and the college with boarding facilities. She is the author of one of the fast-selling book on parental guidance, How to Help Slow Learners. She is an educator, a psychologist, and a spiritual leader. She has been in the educational system for the last 3 decades. Based on popular request.
Based on popular request, let me take it from there, man.
Okay.
So, based on popular request, we decided to invite her over to share with us our journey so far and experience, because I believe we have a lot to learn from her. So, make sure you watch to the end. So, without further ado, let's dive into the discussion.
Good afternoon, ma. Can you please introduce yourself?
My name is Mistura Shittu. Some people call me Alaja Nias. Some people call me Sayyida Mistura. I am the administrator of Nias International School. I have my first degree in education, social studies education at Obafemi Awolowo University. My second degree was in educational administration, and that was at Unilag.
Wow.
Presently, I'm still a student. Yes, I'm still learning. Because learning is continuous.
Wow.
And for you to be relevant, you have to continue learning. And to also tell you, I still believe once a teacher, always a teacher.
Interesting.
So I'm very much interested in everything that goes on in the school system.
Wow. Please, man, let's come in from there. So, since when have you been running this your business, your school? Since when have you been running it, man? And how has it been so far?
Can I say something very funny?
Oh, go ahead, man.
Engineer Sheikh Ibrahim, that is asking me that question, will be the first person that I will answer and tell I started running the business even before he was born.
Wow.
He's currently an engineer. And the second interviewer too is one of my students too. And I'm proud to say that Engineer Sheikh Ibrahim started from a year old. In fact, from a few months old in Nias International School. And now he is a graduate. It's as long as that. I have so many graduates, engineers, accountants, medical doctors, teachers, all facets of life.
Interesting.
That was interesting, man. What do you believe in? I mean, what is your life philosophy?
Like your own perspective of life. Interesting.
I believe there is programming in everybody's life. Whether we like it or not, there is predestination. All of us, we wake up one day and say, no, I want to be a lawyer. I want to be a nurse. But nobody will say, I want to be an educator. Have you ever seen somebody wake up anyone and say, I want to be a teacher?
No.
It's so unfortunate that everybody does not think about education as a profession. But there is predestination. Talking about my philosophy is putting everything in the hands of God, Allah. Accepting that He is the overall guardian and that what will be will be.
Interesting. Wow. So this will lead us to the second question. what is your why? Like, why are you doing all this for the past 30 years? God damn it! Like, for the past 30 years, you've been doing these a lot of guiding, counseling, and teaching. Because I naturally, like, for the past I actually schooled. I did my internship in years international college when I was in university. Then I did for like more than 6 months or more. It was not really easy. Like, wake up every day, teaching, shouting. Now imagine someone who has done it for the last 30 years. God, please, we like to do your why, man. Please, please share with us.
Do you know what? My teaching did not start 30 years ago. In fact, it started when I was in the secondary school.
Wow.
It started right from my home. When my father will insist I have to teach my siblings. In fact, he will create his own lesson note, his own scheme of work. He will tell me how many pages that the children must learn to read within a certain number of days. Right from the one that came after me, that is now a physiotherapist, Sheikh Abdulwasi, he will tell me, look here, as you must be able to read, that then it was the Oxford English course. From page this, down to the last people. Sometimes I wonder, how do I read myself when you have me to teach my siblings? Then in the school, among my schoolmates then, I had to explain. I can do a lot of explanations in the secondary school. Then I also have my roles too. Then I was a counselor to my friends, the girls. They talk about their private affairs, the boyfriend affairs. You know now during that time.
That's normal.
I was not the counselor then. I would be the one to tell them, you shouldn't have done that. Don't accept his proposal. This is what you should do, and that kind of thing. I never knew that Yoruba proverb or hadith that says, ọmọ tí ó jẹ́ àṣàmú kékeré ní ti ṣẹnu ṣámúṣámú. That is, whatever you will be, there will be a kind of reflection of it right from your childhood. Then I can remember too, I always have this kind of gift. Right from when I was a baby, I could remember many things. And talking about teaching, it comes naturally. I went to Oyo State College of Education, now Osun State College of Education in Laorogun. Then when I was in my part 1, whenever I go to the hall to read, and some people have problems with their general courses, education, by the time one person comes to me and say, Mistura, before I know it, I will have the whole hall turn towards me. I found myself addressing a lot of people. And funnily enough, one of my lecturers gave me a nickname. He will call me Igiwe.
I think we started the story before.
At the point, one day he had to change it and say, no, Igiwe le da irinwe ni e.
Wow.
God bless you. So,
Very interesting. So what is that thing that gingers you up to show up every day, even when you feel like giving up?
I swear, because there are some times that you feel like you're at the lowest state, like,
candidly speaking, but for that in me that is making me go on, there are so many things in life, in my teaching experience, even as an administrator of the school, that have turned me off, that sometimes I looked up with tears in my eyes and I said, maybe I should pack it up. You see, when you want to be an educator, to be frank, you want to be an educator to the core, you want to do it the right way, it's not always a success story. Whether you like it or not. There are many things that are there that will make you want to change your mind. talk about our financial institutions. I've said it all the time, and I'm using this opportunity to say it again. You have sincere educators right there that want to give the children the right thing, that want to have their morals, and want to do everything possible to make the society great. But our financial institutions are giving away the educational sector to the business-oriented people. People don't really care whether a person is maid or man. People who are only interested in what they will gain and not what will come out of those children. You know what? You have a school and you need financial assistance. And you are told that there's educational loan that is out in your bank, which you have opened. These banks will not want to come down low and give those that need just meager assistance to give them gradual growth. They will rather say, are your children up to 100? Do you have this so?
Buildings.
How good is your building? They all forgot that Rome was not built in a day. This is very frustrating. Many schools opened account with them with CAC. They opened it as a business account. But when they come to ask them for loan, they remember they don't have Lagos State approval. They don't have this one approval. They cannot come down low to give them what they can afford to pay back and what will bring progress to their school.
Absolutely.
And that is why you will continuously have people that are helping people to pass WAEC. You continuously have people that are collecting money to help children to cheat, to pass exams, until the society does the right thing. Secondly, the parents, most of the parents are pain in the neck. Sometimes you look at them and you want to shed tears for the next generation. Is it not happening now? Parents are taking away authority from us. They are forgetting that there are certain part of the Constitution, the National Policy of Education, which call teachers, educators, the second parent. Immediately that child leaves the school and leaves the home, and comes into the school, we become the second parent. And all things being equal, we have to see to the good and safety, the good, the well-being of the child. And sometimes we have cases that are genuine, and we are doing it out of love and dedication for our job. You see some riff-raff parents, just because they are paying fees, sometimes the fees in court, they come and molest you because you don't want their children to become hooligans. They come and insult you just because you want to help their children the right way. This is also something that makes me frustrated. But just to cut the story short, I kept on going because the inner me is telling me, this is what we call you to do. Do your best.
A definite purpose.
And you are going to see the results. So to be an educator, a sincere one, you have to be very strong-willed and then do it for God's sake. Yes, money will come, but it will not rush like people think it will. That's just it.
So, part of what you just said now, can we call that one of the reasons that prompts you to take your message to the world? Because we see you talk about a lot about parenting, spirituality online now. Does that mean that? Does that mean that like you're now taking things online and things are now getting expert? Like, what is that thing that actually prompts you to go online now? Like taking your message to the larger audience. In quote.
What prompts you to go worldwide?
Thank you very much. At this juncture, I'm going to say thank you to my mentor. Yes, my educational mentor, Mr. Kazim Abelore. Yes, my going out, my writing a workbook, my talking to the whole world is through his prompting. Is popularly known as the innovative teacher.
Okay, I think I've heard of him before.
He is the one that is shouting to all teachers, no, you cannot die a pauper. No, you can still become somebody just because you are an educator. Doesn't mean you are going to be wretched. That you can still contribute in your own way to life and be recognized. Yes, he had these trainings which I joined. Funnily enough, he will be doing it at a giveaway price. He has been encouraging me for more than 2 years. Selling messages to my emails, which I don't even take interest in. Then there was this training of his, how to write a workbook. I attended that training. It started on WhatsApp, then on the Facebook.
On Facebook, wow.
I joined this class, and wow, it triggered something in me. It triggered something. And last year, exactly around this time last year, he forced me, he encouraged me, psyched me up to start my book. I didn't deliberately go onto the internet. I started right on the WhatsApp groups. My God. People discouraged me. Some WhatsApp group, they blocked me just because they don't want to see my face.
What advice would you give to a younger version of yourself on how to navigate through life? Like, what are the challenges he or she is expected to face, and what advice would you give so as to have a smooth life and not a lot of rough edges?
A younger version of myself? I want to tell you something. Life is not a bed of roses. If you are going to get tall, you are going to face challenges. If you want to succeed in life, to get recognized, you are going to pay the price of progress. And you have to be determined. Don't just go to school for going to school sake, as many people are doing now. Let those schools pass through you. Don't just, I'm in SS1, I'm now in University of Sun. You see, you miss some undergraduates. You don't believe they're undergraduates because they don't really let that institution pass through them. You see, most of them are fond of speaking pidgin. How are they? The things they do, they don't let that institution, they don't let it get to them. Right from the onset, you have to know what you want out of your life. You have to be determined. Whatever form of profession you choose, you have to be serious about what you want to do. And you must build yourself right from the onset. Not through cheating. Not through jumping off certain rules. It will wait for you there. I left the university how many years ago? 20-something years ago. close to 30 years ago. But I'm still functioning. All these chats where you have young children just abbreviating, not wanting to follow the rules, it's not going to help them. Then it's not all about money. It's our contribution that we turn to money.
Wow, we really want to appreciate you, ma, for your time. And by the way, guys, this is a surprise to her because we are actually using this to celebrate her birthday. Actually, using this to celebrate her birthday to honor her because she's a great woman and she has been there for us and so many other people. So happy birthday, ma!
Happy birthday to you, ma. Long
Long
life
life
and
and
prosperity,
prosperity.
in good health,
Amen. Amen.
wealth,
Amen.
baraka.
Knowledge.
Jai Sayyidina Wujud Sayyidina Muhammad.
Sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
May Almighty Allah bless your new age, man.
Amen.
And guys, remember she talked about how to help school learners. So if you have any parents in the house or even single guys that are willing to get married, or if you have sisters or brothers who are actually facing one or two problems with education, probably slow learning activities and the rest like that,
Their spiritual life.
and spiritual
guidance
life,
and
yeah,
counseling.
thank you very much for hiding that, man. So you can actually shut her up. And guys, please don't forget to follow, like
And
share.
subscribe
And please help us to comment,
in the comment section. Happy
Thank-
birthday to you, man. Thank you.